All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. And the coverage passes an early test. They've got somebody there to knock it away, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively, looking for that impact play.
On 1, ready?
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 11, 180, 11, mighty. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. This connects with Higgins. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go. 180, 11, MT, 11. Stop.
To the air again, it's Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Cut at the 10-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Right back to Chase. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
11 MT, 11 MT. Gun.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Burrow's going to sneak it. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juice. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown on the opening drive, level it a whole bunch.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go. Put.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits him on the out route. Big man's showing up the yards. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish off their opening drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Come on, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying the right side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
Here we go. Close. Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Quarterback with his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion is just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
11 empty. 180.
3rd and long for him here. It's caught. Chase has it. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Burrow on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here we go. 11. 180.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Let's get set.
They'll run here from the gun. He'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go. Stop.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
I I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have second down behind the sticks. Burrow. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here we go. Here. 12. 180.
On third down, here's Burrow. Oh, what a hit! Starts the ball loose. And this is going to be Browns football.
Hey, a normal old stop with third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from him literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The toss here to Sampson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Ready?
He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
60 ready. 60 ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come up big on 3rd down there with a sack. Browns are lining up to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
At the 43-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Now give left side. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 11. Can.
Burrow to the air now. He's got a man left. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
11 MT, Kate.
They'll air it out on 3rd. It is caught left side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
11. Here we go. Hey, can. Stop.
From the red zone on 1st. Ball's out. Burrow lost it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down a distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long.
Here we go. 11, 12, 180. 25.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On 1, right?
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. They'll try this extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And tough running as the Elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
43 rails.
Watch twins.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. misses a field goal. There at the 41. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense. Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
On 2.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot. 12, 11, MT, Tate. 11, MT.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Right 80. Stop.
The give now out of the shotgun. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that 1st down carry.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Top line, ready?
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80.
Another carry for him. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red. 60 red. 60 red. Ready, ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
6, mega. Set hut. 10 black. Set hut.
Back to throw now. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Ref down. 33, yellow. Shovel, 38.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On the set.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4.
Black shot. Let's go now. Ready, ready, ready.
Here's a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Return starts from the goal line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Blue striker. Set, set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Ready, break.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
Here we go, set. 45, white. Ready.
Pass play coming here. Dump off caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out third and 12.
Blue, 32. Black ultra. Smash, red. Hut, hut.
Third and long. They're going to throw. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate. but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
At their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Start.
Now a give running right. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
12, 12, 12. Start.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throw here, 3rd down. Just keeps connecting to Chase. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Start.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
It's just set. 11, and start. Start.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run it from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here we go. 180. Lights up. 11. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. He brings it in. So he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. Let's start.
It's the handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They give it to him up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that brings up 3rd and goal from the 7.
This is maybe one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Stop! Can! Stop! Stop!
He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Working quickly here.
11.
He gets a look up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Sampson from the pistol. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Come on, set.
Throwing on 2nd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's Browns football. Their season down to its final quarter if they can't erase this lead. We've set it down from 37.
Ready. Black, 95. Set, hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Ready.
Another throw here on 2nd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. This one's caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's the handoff. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Browns rolling out 6 DBs. 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11. 180. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. It's caught. Chase has it. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Gun. Stop. What? Stop.
Running it now out of the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
It's just set. Stop.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Has a lane inside the 25. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Snowy weather, no problem throwing that point after. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Trying the left side with Sampson. Crosses midfield, still going. And he works this down to the 41. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
41-yard line.
Down. Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he charges ahead, but Snow and defenders stop him. Looked like he picked up a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Come on, set. Black 40.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
Ready, set.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Rail.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Ready.
2nd down pass play coming. Doesn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Black Ultra. Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
10 black. Needle blue. Ready?
Desperation time here. On the move, headed right. He connects downfield. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5.
Here we go. Hut.
Option give here. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Yes, and everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready, set.
He'll call his own number. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal.
Ready. 33, yellow. Set.
3rd and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. To the outside, it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here. Fighting their way